Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 Build a Nation story from Bangor City with me, Daniel. It's part 91 today and we are back for the final league game before the Welsh League split, and it's a big one. It's first v second and there is 1 point separating us at the top of the table. We then follow it up with a big game in a League Cup final, not normally a competition we'd say is massive for us. We've only actually won it once in the last 4 years, so we really want to regain it and get a little bit of dominance back on that trophy and try and win everything domestically this year, particularly if the league is going to go awry. Winning all the other cups might save us. So if you're looking forward to those two games, as well as the transfer window being open in Wales, TNS already improving, we'll go and look at that in a moment. Please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content. We were live on Twitch this morning as well. You can find a link to that in the description below. We had a brand new mini-series start at midday today, so you can click up in the eye above to find something slightly different, and I really hope you continue to enjoy it. But today, it's all about the two big games. TNS are getting closer and closer to the title, and are continuing to improve the squad. We'd mentioned in the last episode, if they win it and get into Champions League qualifying, I have no doubt that they'll get to at least the Europa Conference group stages. The question then is, if we finish second, can we do that as well? It's going to be difficult to tell, but before we go and have a look at our schedule and get into this first game, let's go and have a look at the transfer window so far, because we've bought in one big player, and so have TNS. So if we go to the transfers, we've got them in date order. It's been a quiet first 12 days of the window, just the 7 transfers there. Aberystwyth making moves. They've loaned in one of our young centre-halves, Lee Thomas, who's decent enough. They've also brought in a free agent who's a striker that looks like he can compete with McMinamy. But we've managed to get in a centre midfielder who was out of contract at Larne in Northern Ireland. And that man is Daniel Anderson. He's 3-star ability, 3.5 potential, over 50 caps for the Northern Irish under-21s. He's a fairly professional personality. He likes to keep the ball at his feet. He's an excellent player technically in terms of passing range, first touch. He's good physically. He's exceptional mentally. And he's got over 200 league appearances between Larne and Glentoran. I feel like he's a superstar in waiting. He's done really well in the SPFL Trust Trophy this year, another competition we're fighting in. So he will be cup tied for that, but generally looks a very good addition. So we look at loaning out someone like Malone. We perhaps look at selling on one of the older ones, Cannell, who keeps getting injured. And we'll see if we can move forward, because it is time that we start to rejuvenate the squad. And Daniel Anderson is going to be a part of that. However, TNS are matching us blow for blow at the moment. They've just brought in Kenny Jacobs in time for this game. He's a free agent, and incredibly, he's a Belgian left winger. 23 years of age, former under-21 international. There is no way that a player of that quality is going to be a fringe player for them. To get him for 170 quid a week is exceptional. Yes, the personality's not brilliant, but he's got experience in England in the National League for Dagenham and Redbridge. He's trained at some brilliant clubs going through. I mean, Stoke signed him for over 100 grand just 4 years ago. He must have had some sort of quality. It's just whether they can get the best out of him. He looks a superstar, he's versatile, he's a quality player, and I have no doubt that he's going to contribute for them. Only on a 5-month deal, which is a little bit weird. I'd be surprised if that doesn't get extended. But for us, that's going to make the test even harder today. So let's have a look at the schedule for our form and see what shape we go into the TNS game in. And the answer is efficient form. We've won every game off camera, all 5 of them, but none of them have been big wins. It's been efficient, it's been close, and it's just been professional. So we won 3-0 against Llandudno on Boxing Day, Joe Duffy with a brace and Iestyn Weaver with 1. A 1-0 win away at Airbus UK, Cole Lacey off the bench to save us late on, the young number 10. A 3-1 win at home in the reverse fixture against Llandudno, a Duffy brace and an Ian Brooks with the 3rd. I'm afraid bad news on him as well. After God knows how many years on loan, is it 6, 7? This is his 7th season on loan, or 6.5 we'll call it. After that spell, Ian Brooks will be leaving in the summer. We tried to offer him a pre-contract. He wanted 15 grand a week, and our board will only let us offer 6.5. So he's going to Atalanta United in the MLS. He's going over at 24, which does seem very young, but to be honest, he's been a wonderful contributor, and I don't know how we replace him. Maybe we don't sell Cannell and prepare for next season. Certainly means we'll be trying to keep Broom. We did try and extend the loan of Greg Pringle as well. He rejected it. It wasn't anything to do with loan rules. He just didn't want to sign it. So that's a worry too. But either way, back-to-back wins against Barla and Barry followed. Max Dean and Ben Cottrell back from long-term injury against Barla, the rivals. And then in a League Cup semi-final against Barrytown United, Greg Pringle got back amongst the goals and Ian Brooks scored another one, trying to impress his new suitors ready for the summer. But TNS away today, of course the benefit we have is generally they're very strong against the other teams. But part of their defence is made up by two of our young players. One of those is Gwyn Morgan, the right back, who's actually better than Jack Hankin now. He's a 3-star right back. He's very close to Keegan Riley. He's a good player, but he's playing for TNS and we'll keep loaning him there as long as they want him. The other one is the centre-half Stefan Banks, who's not been quite as involved for them this year, has played sort of 2/3 of the games, but they can replace him a bit easier, I think. A good centre-half nonetheless. And they've got Tony McLaughlin as well, don't forget. But he's just coming back from a really long-term injury, so I doubt we'll see much from him, even if he was eligible. But TNS, going to be a difficult test. They're missing loads of players, and we're missing a couple. We're going to go first team. We're going to go as strong as possible. So we've picked our team, and the only real change for us is that Keegan Riley is back in at right back after a month out injured. That happened in the last episode, of course. Aside from that, we've got a pretty settled team now. Yes, it's a heavy match load because we're still in that 2-week window from the fixture congestion over Christmas. But by the time we get to next Saturday and the cup final, we'll be alright by then. It should be back to medium. So we've got George Wickens in goal, Riley, Price, Boys and Weave at the back four, Lloyd, Broom, Brooks and Jones the midfield diamond, and then Duffy and Pringle up front. Pringle back in scoring form, we hope that's a good sign. And quality on the bench as well. So let's go and get into the first game today. A big one in the Welsh title race. And can we come out on top again? Because generally, our performances against TNS are all that have won us the title the last couple of years. And here we go. Kenny Jacobs starts for TNS, straight into the team. Noah Daly's there, Mandrew, Ewing, Russ. It's a brilliant side they're building. Loughborough had a shocker against us last time, and of course they're weaker defensively than they'd normally be, because two of them were ineligible. But we're going to motivate the lads, we're going to get through into the first half. We have to win this game. We have to win the title. If we don't, we could be in big trouble. So let's skip ahead. We've got to make the most of the spell when we're not in Europe, because we're going to have to rest players for that. And that's where we drop the odd silly points. We're in a league of our own with TNS. There's a group of 3 behind. And interestingly, based on the experiment we did the last few weeks, Airbus are just creeping into a regular top half side. So I don't know how that's going to pan out in the future. You can see down below there, TNS haven't actually gone for a back 5, which is what they've normally done. So they must be feeling so confident that they've actually gone to a normal shape. Riley back from injury, pulled his hamstring immediately. If you're going to come back in, you can at least warm up. Patrick Malone or Peter Holding come on. I'm going to go for Malone. He's going to get 70 minutes at right back. We need a big performance. I took Jack Hankin off the bench today. I'm sure that's going to backfire. Having said that, 5 minutes from the break, no highlights, but Malone's one of the best players on the pitch. And we've now got a corner kick with Harvey Lloyd into the back post to Broom. And it might not be a vintage performance. It might not be a wonderful display. But let's be honest, it only takes one. A great corner, a pinpoint header from Broom. And with Brooks leaving in the summer, we could do with him stepping up. Christopher Broom gets the goal. It's 1-0 at half time. And it's the set piece that's unlocked them. No shots on target from TNS. Now can we go and make this a convincing win? Well, we're back 3 minutes into the second half as the new signing Jacobs picks it up on the left wing by the byline for TNS. We get it clear. Duffy finds Pringle. He's in one-on-one here. It's a great save by Loughborough. You've got to give it to him. Pringle hit that with some venom towards the corner. And the keeper made it look like a back pass. Wonderful effort from him as Dorian finds Ewing. And now they're on the counter-attack. Manton gets in on the right-hand side. Of course, they're used to having Gwyn Morgan out there, but Noah Daly isn't ever present. He gets to beat the fullback. Brooks intercepts it. It falls for Daly again into Russ. And Wickens has not covered himself in glory. We just praised the other keeper, but that one squirmed under our number one. And it's 1-1. TNS back on terms. And back in the title race as it stands. Though we're back pretty quickly with Broom picking it up in the middle again. He's our goal scorer and he's been the best player for us today. As Lloyd finds him again. Wide to Malone. Not used to playing out at right back, but doing a decent job. Broom picks it up to Price. He's coming forward from the centre-half position, leaving a risky one-on-one at the back. But it's a good through ball to Jones. He finds Greg Pringle. It's the young superstar and the young lone star. They combine to make it 2-1 Bangor City. And that's why we need to try and convince Greg Pringle to stay next year. If we don't have him, I don't think we win the title. We need him or a quality replacement. With 25 to go, we'll start making changes. Brooks has had an average game. We're going to bring on Daniel Williams. And then we'll leave the last one for 10 more minutes. Because I'm not actually sure who to take off at this point. We have a throw on the right hand side which will be taken by Malone to Duffy. He gets towards the byline. Smith tries to bring him down. Does really well to stay on his feet. Broom delivers across. It's straight at Loughra. Now don't let them counter-attack us. They are definitely being more aggressive than we've seen in former games against them. But the long kick there only finds Weaver. Plays a 1-2 with Boys to Lloyd. He's coming over halfway. No real pressure on him. But this is where TNS start to press. Broom with a lovely flick though. Out to Duffy. Now Malone. Crosses in. Jones is there. Hits the crossbar. It falls for Greg Pringle. Left side of the box. Trying to keep it going. It's a good block. TNS should clear from here. Noah Daly does just that. And with just over 10 to go. Broom is knackered. So let's get another sub on. I tell you what. We'll put Patrick Malone into centre midfield. And we'll put Holding on at right back. He's more natural there anyway. And it just gives us an opportunity for the last 10 minutes to try and get on the front foot. We might drop to a balanced mentality in a minute because we are struggling to keep on top here. And I don't want to get caught on the counter. As Jones picks it up in the number 10. Goes wide to Weaver. It's really taking this game by the scruff of the neck, the number 10. As Greg Pringle puts one into the side net in. Unfortunately, we just can't find that killer instinct. One more goal and it's over. But for now, TNS will feel like they've got a chance. One counter-attack, one squirmed finish. And they're back in the title race as Holding gets it at right back to Price. He's got two in the middle. Harvey Lloyd is one of them. Instead goes all the way back to Wickens and he tries to chip it out to Boys, to Lloyd. Nice football but not really going anywhere. I just want a third goal. Jones finds Duffy. This might be it. Joe Duffy with a shot. It's pretty tame. It's straight down to Loughra's right. It's easy to hold. And into stoppage time we go. We still lead 2-1. It puts us 4 points clear and I think we're going to hold on for it. TNS 1, Bangor City 2. They pushed us all the way. They scored a good goal. But we still prevail. We're top of the Welsh Premier League by 4 points. And it's a brilliant start to the episode as we head towards the League Cup final. A trophy we've only won once in 4 years. Now let's go and make it a second, shall we? Time to regain the trophy. We'll be back in a moment to face the basement side in this league, Cardiff Met Uni. We're back for the League Cup final and the Welsh transfer window is hotting up. There've not been a huge amount more transfers, but some big ones coming in. Colwyn Bay have signed a good player in Richard Davis. A real improvement on what we've seen coming into the lower league teams before, or the lower half of the league I should say. Ronan Hughes, after his release from TNS, is now at Aberystwyth. So a good experience signing for them in there. Barla Town are going big. They've bought in a keeper from Kefin Druids. They obviously got the loan player from us. They bid for another one as well, by the way. But they've also bought in a defender from Dover who looks pretty good. So they're starting to make waves here, these clubs. Barla are second bottom, to give you some sort of perspective. So the standard of the league is starting to improve now. We just need TNS to get one or two more big ones. I don't know if they're going for any at the moment. They're not, but we'll worry about that later. Because we're here to face Cardiff Met Uni, the bottom side in the Welsh Premier League in the League Cup final. Now, they might be bottom, but they won 6-0 in their last league match to warm up for this. So we're going to go and close the opposition down. We're going to have to change it right back again because of that Keegan Riley injury. Unfortunately, Daniel Williams is out as well. So we're going to be another player down in there. And I might go for Anderson above Connell because he's had a bit of an injury recently. Connell's been injured. Woods has been injured. And we've only got 5 subs. So let's get a striker on there. Max Dean is out, so it will have to be Elliot Andrew. And then do I go for Cottrell, Malone and Anderson? Or do I throw on Luca Connell? I think we have to. Cottrell will drop out. Jones will get the 90. Everyone else down to a medium match load. And bar the one injury at right back, the 11 remains unchanged. So let's go and see if we can live up to the favourites tag and regain the Welsh League Cup. We've only won it once in 4 seasons. It frustrates me. The amount of times we've gone out in it, the amount of times we've given TNS breathing space. We want to stop that today. We've got Cardiff Met Uni in the final. And if they win it, this is going to be a shock for the Cards. Let's see if we can avoid it. Liam Cullen, the man to watch for Cardiff Met Uni. Got 2 goals last weekend in a 6-0 rout against Newtown. Now let's go and get into the first half. Through the tunnel interview we go. I'm not sure where this one's being played. Normally they've been at Rodney Parade, Newport County's ground. So we'll see if that's the case in this one. A big episode, a big game, a big cup final. And a chance to win our first trophy of the season. Let's go and see if we can do it. We should do. We're very heavy favourites. Though it's a Cardiff Met Uni free kick. Oh ho ho! Early on, what a save by Wickens in the first minute. From miles out, nearly hit the top corner. Postage stamp stuff. It's a brilliant save by Wickens. He comes and claims the corner as well. And for that one that squirmed under him against TNS, He's very much made amends there. Hankin plays out from the right, the highlight ends. But that was a warning sign to start, as we've got a throw on the left-hand side with Yesden Weaver. He throws in towards Brooks. We know he's leaving in the summer, but he'll want to add some trophies now. As Broom scores from the edge, he is coming into his own. It's almost like we've seen Brooks is going, so who's going to step up? And Christopher Broom seems to want to be that man. A brilliant strike with 3 minutes gone. Assist for Greg Pringle, goal for Bangor City. And 1-0, we lead in the League Cup final. 33 minutes on the clock. We're back with George Wickens in goal, playing out from the back. Just keeping it nice and simple back there. And you've got to say, it's not been utter dominant on the stats. We've had a couple more shots, but nothing really to suggest that we should be 2, 3, 4 ahead against a side at the bottom of the league. But Jones picks it up and dropping from the number 10. Boys goes long towards Pringle, and he's lost out in the air, but Harrington can only find Weaver on the left wing. Still got a chance to cross, back to Ian Brooks, chips into Broom. My word, is he turning up for the big game. A bit like last year with Greg Pringle, he started really slowly, he was struggling in those European qualifiers, but now he's coming to the party. 2 goals, it's 2-0 Bangor City, and Chris Broom is a one-man team. But now we've conceded. Simple goal from a set piece, Sean Spence with the delivery, Davidson heads in, and it's 2-1. 10 minutes to half time, and it's game on for Cardiff Met Uni, as Weaver hacks a ball downfield. They've still got the territory here. Palmer finds Collins, chips it up, Boys heads away to Brooks. Maybe it's just complacency creeping in. Maybe it's fatigue, who knows. Brooks goes downfield to Pringle though. Jones is making the run. Duffy's in the box as well. Harrington's beaten easily. Oh, that's harsh. The referee has given a penalty. Broom's been lined up to take it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give it to Greg Pringle, I think. Will we be overridden? We have been. Broom on a hat-trick, puts it in. Never in doubt. Christopher Broom with a cup final hat-trick. He's doubled his tally for the season today. And it's a perfect hat-trick too. Left-footed strike from the edge of the box, back post header, and right-footed penalty. 5 to the break, 3-1 Bangor City. And that's definitely harsh on Cardiff Met Uni. A comfortable lead it is though, so now we can just go and enjoy the second half. Broom's demotivated still. He really doesn't like our team talks, the Lone Star. I think he is out of contract at Spurs at the end of the season as well, so we might go and try and sign him permanently, because that would be a massive coup for the club. As the ball's headed away by Davidson, the Cardiff goalscorer. Price gets it back into Hankin though, delivers towards Duffy. Really good goalkeeping from Williams. Comes and holds it at his feet, put his head in where it hurts, and he did the job. It's cleared downfield as far as Morgan Boys. He gives it to Yesden Weaver, and Ian Brooks has set up 2 of those goals for Broom, and Pringle playing with Jones. Broom into Duffy, it's got to be 4, it is. A wonderful move there. We had a little glitch in the highlight where we didn't see 10 seconds in the middle. But Joe Duffy gets his goal for the day. It's been a wonderful performance now. Really efficient, really professional. We've just got to keep it tight at the back as Davidson plays out to Cullen. They've had their fair share of chances here. He's coming down the left again, Liam Cullen. Back to James, the left back. Chance to cross, goes in early, but that's straight through to George Wickens. Now we can really try and turn the style on. As Wickens can play out from the back. He's got the right back Hankin. Instead goes long to Pringle. Flicks down for Duffy. Pringle's there again. Chance to shoot from inside the box. It's a good block. It's out to him on the left again though. Chance to cross to the back stick. Broom's there. Gets his 4 for the game. Where has this goal scoring form come from? Christopher Broom with 4. Bangor City with 5. I think we're going to win the League Cup now, you know. And with 64 minutes on the clock, we can start to think about resting people. Daniel Anderson is going to get his second appearance for the club. He'll replace Broom, who's got the perfect match rating after 4 goals. We'll also take off... I was going to take Tom Jones off, but in fact I'll leave him on. Luca Cannell or Patrick Malone. I'm going to bring on Malone for Hankin at right back. And then I'm going to bring on Luca Cannell for Ian Brooks in centre midfield, just to rest him for the big games. 5-1 with 25 to go. We shouldn't throw it away. And the 2 Northern Irish lads get on. Let's see if Anderson can do anything. As it's a free kick for Cardiff Met Uni. Right side of just inside our half. And he's headed away by Price as Tom Jones gets there. Takes on the centre half. Beats him. He's into the box. Can he add some gloss to it? Oh, it's just wide. Brilliant run from Tom Jones. Can't quite apply the finish though. And now we're really starting to overrun them. It's full-time v amateur, and that's starting to show. They're running out of legs. As Luca Cannell off the bench picks the ball up in the middle, gives it to Pringle and Joe Duffy. Anderson releases Malone, who's covering at right back again. Back to Anderson. Oh, he nearly got his first for the club. Rattles the crossbar. It's a thunderous effort. And then Pringle runs the rebound out for a goal kick off the corner flag. Not quite sure what's happened there. but a really good second half display. We've come to life, we've scored goals, and we look a real threat. As with 3 minutes of stoppage time about to commence, Palmer throws in from the right for Cardiff Met Uni. I'd almost like them to get a second goal because they have played well here, and Bowley tries to oblige. It's a good save by Wickens. Pretty tame effort, but they have created chances in this game. 5 shots on target. They've had nearly 40% of the ball, but they haven't been able to do enough. The League Cup will be going to Bangor City. We won it 2 years ago. We lost out last year. And with 1 win in the last 4 seasons, we end the hoodoo. We make it 2 in 5. And we start our dominance of Welsh football this season. We've gone 4 clear in the title race. We're still in the Welsh Cup. And we have now won the Nathaniel MG League Cup in Wales. The trophy that so often eludes us. But not this year. Lifted by George Wickens in goal. A convincing 5-1 win, though Cardiff Met Uni gave it their all. And now we focus back on the title race, back on Europe, and on the other cup competitions. A brilliant episode in terms of results. Let's go and see when we'll next be back. So normally I wouldn't look at this stuff, but there is one thing that's really stood out to me. Just a little thing from the League Cup final win, which is this one. We win 33.75 thousand for winning the League Cup final. Now, I'm pretty sure that's about double the prize money we used to get, because it was 30,000 for winning a league before, which was a more reputable competition. So that shows how far this league's coming and how far the clubs are coming, because the broadcast revenue, the prize money is really going up. Really good little sign that. Hopefully Cardiff Met Uni got half of that for finishing second as well, and that will help them. But let us go and have a look at the schedule for when we'll be back. We've got a few big events coming up. So we've got the SPFL Trust Trophy semi-final, which could be very difficult against Linfield or Kilmarnock. We've of course got TNS again in the league after the split, but I'm looking to the stage around mid-March. If we get to the SPFL Trust Trophy final, that is scheduled for the weekend after the second leg of the second knockout round in the Europa League. So if we get a massive opponent in that one, we'll show both legs of course. If not, we'll come back for the second leg, and then what I hope, if we can get through Linfield or Kilmarnock, will be the SPFL Trust Trophy final. A real chance for us to win all trophies, but despite that, Europe has to be the priority. It's the coefficient, it's the prize money, and it's the thing that attracts people to the league. It increases the reputation, and we're responsible for that at the moment. So if you're looking forward to the next episode and you did enjoy those 2 wins, albeit a close one against TNS, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 videos from 2 long-term stories. Make sure you check out in the eye above the new mini-series which started earlier today. You can find this morning stream over on Twitch down in the description below. But a big thanks for watching. I hope you can see that the Welsh League is starting to get a little closer. A lot of quality coming in and TNS making more good signings. If they can keep doing that, if they can keep challenging for the title, it's a matter of time before this nation goes places. I'll see you next time as we resume our European campaign and hopefully we get a good draw in the last 16. I'll see you next time to find out how we do.